Hello and welcome to Let's Play Svarog's Dream with me, Bring It Down. Svarog's Dream was developed and published by VI Gameforge. I'm not sure if the VI is supposed to be a 6 or pronounced as Vi, and released on December 4th, 2023, with the expansion, Return of the Old Gods, releasing on January 9th, 2025. It is an open world RPG, and from what I've seen looks more like an ARPG, inspired by Slavic mythology. Now, I don't know a lot about Slavic mythology, just a little bit, probably just enough to get in trouble, honestly. But for instance, Svarog, the game's namesake, I believe, is the equivalent to Hephaestus in Greek mythology, so the god of the fire and the forge. I've been wanting to play this game for a while. I sat down to play it a little while back, and saw they had announced the expansion, and so decided to put off the Let's Play for that release. Because the expansion, from what I read, is supposed to run alongside the main story. So without any further ado, let's jump into a new game. Also, I like this artwork. It's very cozy. To the guy sitting right there. Anyway, new game. Iron Man mode. By default. That's interesting. So Iron Man mode is how the game is meant to be played. Every action, including death, carries consequences. Autosaving will occur periodically to maintain the game's integrity. You can still save the game, and don't worry, the gameplay can remain relaxing if you wish. It also disables the achievements. So, disabled Iron Man mode, the game does not automatically save progress. You can perform a quick load at any point in the game to return to the previous state. I'm gonna go against my better judgment and play on Iron Man mode. Normally I don't do that for Let's Plays. But if it's how the game's meant to be played, why not? We have challenging combat, normal difficulty, intended for players with prior experience in this genre. This is the default game difficulty, so that's probably what we'll do. Easy difficulty, intended for players with no previous experience in the genre, or those playing solely for the story. Enemies are weaker, and character attributes grow faster. And hard difficulty, meant for players who are looking for more challenge than what was originally intended. Enemies are stronger and spawn more often. I think we'll stick with normal, and just play on the intended difficulty and mode. And hope for the best. I'm confident in myself, right? Oh, that's cool. Movement. Use the right-click button on your mouse to control your character. Move to the Oak of Life. I'm an orb. Ponder me. What happens if I don't? Who am I? Oh, interesting. It's not a custom character. I guess we'll look through all of these and compare. There's no descriptions for these yet. So we have, I don't know if it's Joven or Joven the Slave. Level 0, slashing skill 10, piercing skill 8, blunt skill 8. Yeah, we're probably gonna go with this guy. A magic skill 11, alchemy 15, strength 7, dexterity 12, intelligence 16, endurance 14, bravery 14, and fishing 10. Joven, born and raised as a slave, met another slave named Sarah when he was 15. They fell in love, which was not possible under their conditions. They started dreaming of freedom, which they acquired 7 years later when they ran away. 3 years later, they had a child. But one fateful day, Sarah went to the market to buy food. The trader recognized the mark of a slave on Sarah's hand and called the guards. Sarah was captured. Joven heard what happened and started talking with slave traders hoping to find her. One slave trader recognized him. He was captured as well. Currently, he finds himself transferred back to the slave market. He does not know where his love is, and has a child alone at their house. Desperate, he prays to the gods, saying he will do anything to get his family free and together again. He starts with Bright. Intelligence will increase 25% faster and have a 50% higher cap. Underdog. Resist 20% of damage against 20% movement speed when surrounded by 5 or more enemies. Seems pretty good. Clumsy. There's a 5% chance to miss with melee weapons, and you're more noticeable to enemies. I'm most likely going to start with Jan, the soldier. So we'll read Janna next. So Janna the mercenary. Level 0, slashing skill 10, piercing skill 17, blunt skill 5, magic skill 5, alchemy 8. Strength 5, dexterity 16, intelligence 10, endurance 14, bravery 17, fishing 12. Janna, born in the lands of the House of Faith, grew up in a loving family. Unfortunately, the lands experienced a year of great hunger when she was 5 years old. Her parents were struggling, and her father had a bad idea to provide for them. He borrowed a large sum of money, which he lost gambling and couldn't repay. Their family was used as an example of what happens when you gamble with money that isn't yours. Janna's parents were executed in the street, and one mercenary took Janna to execute her out of town. On the way to the swamps, he changed his mind and took her to be part of a group of mercenaries. She trained with them from a young age, and at the age of 21, she left the group with the sole purpose of finding and punishing those responsible for the death of her parents. At the moment, she is walking with a group of people heading for her hometown. She is thinking, "Oh gods, give me strength for this. I will do anything." She starts with Headhunter. When killing an enemy, there's a 10% chance to reset the cooldown of the last used ability. Thief. Acquires additional experience and improves stealth while stealing. And Bad Cook. The alchemy skill grows 50% more slowly, and there's a 5% chance of failure when crafting food and potions. And Jan the soldier. Level 0, slashing skill 15, piercing skill 9, blunt skill 15, magic skill 0, alchemy 5. Strength 15, dexterity 9, intelligence 10, endurance 15, and bravery 20, fishing 7. Jan, born overseas in the House of Coin, joined the military at the age of 12. He trained hard as it provided an easy way to earn a living. 6 years later, he also advised his younger brother Marco to join. They were both happy with their lives, but their mother was against the idea. Soon enough, a great war started between the House of Faith and the House of Coin. Battles were won and lost, and the war ended with an agreement. However, Jan's brother Marco was captured and sent to the House of Faith mines to work as a slave. Jan left the army and started looking for a way to free his brother. He promised his mother that he would not return without him. He soon learned that any slave could be bought from the mines for 15,000 denarius, a significant amount compared to his savings. He started working for woodcutters, but the salary was low, so he left and started working for slave traders as a soldier. The salary was better, but still not enough. He managed to save 1,750 denarius over a few months, but he's still far from his goal. He's thinking about his brother and saying to himself, "Oh God, I'll do anything to bring my brother back home faster." So he starts with Strong. Strength will increase 20% faster and have a 20% higher cap. 25% here. I almost said 25% again here. Spartan. Requires less food and increases endurance growth by 25%. Fast travel will also consume less food. And Slow. Dexterity will increase 35% more slowly and have a 10% lower cap. Alright, Jan, let's free your brother. Use the right-click button to revive a selected character. Oh, hey there, and then hey. Hey, wake up. Wake up. Oh, wake up. Are you injured? It appears Velis didn't intend for you to enter the Underworld just yet. Who is Velis? Oh, just an old forgotten myth, you could say. Where am I? You're on the road to Boar Village. It's not far from here. Who are you? An old man. A forgotten myth, you could say. I could use some help. Old Vidar in Boar Village can help. He's seen many things, and he owes me a favor. Where is that village? Head southwest along the road, and you'll arrive shortly. Thank you. Walk slowly. I loot. Use the right-click button to loot bodies on the ground. Press F1 to read a guide about game mechanics. Psilocybin mushroom? Crafting ingredients. Alright, let's take a look at what we've got. An old Viking sword. Rusting blade quality. This weapon is in poor condition and may not be reliable in combat. Alright, mercenary plated armor. So I do like the armor system. You have various armors against different damage types. It also gives you bonus HP. So weapon in poor condition. Improved basic plated armor, often found on mercenaries. Mercenary shield. 20% block chance. Trader's pants. Pants with deep pockets. Hunter's boots. To catch a deer, you need to be silent and quick. So ours are solid quality. So that's a lower tier. Wolf Claws, a trophy, sold as a trophy. I do have the censorship on, so we won't see naked bodies. I'm not sure how YouTube will feel about that. That must be our destination. This is cool. There's our inventory. Looking at my stats, so we have our offensive stats, attack range 3. I'm guessing some weapons will have longer reach, so we probably get maybe up to 10 with melee weapons, and then anything beyond that's probably going to be ranged weapons. Attack speed, blunt, slashing. We only have the sword equipped. Piercing magic, critical chance, damage combined 43.96. Not sure where that value comes from. Their sword is 43.31. Oh, because the 0.15 maybe? They max out the 680. Seems like a lot for an RPG. Block chance 20%, blunt 28.5%, slashing 41%, piercing 37%, magic 15%, camouflage 17%, and move speed 12.5. Now I talked about attributes such as stealth. Hey, starving for food. Does not regenerate health out of combat. Morale regeneration reduced. Alright, so we've got the map, we've got quests. Jan's sibling. Alternate path. You find a note in your pocket that says, follow the donkey, not the dog. What could it mean? Then Jan's sibling. Collect 15,000 coins, then contact the slave owner in the mines east of Grod in order to secure Jan's brother's freedom. At the start of the journey, find the village of Boar and seek out the druid known as Vidar, who resides within. I'm not going to read all this right now. Maybe as they come up. So Veles was mentioned already, so I think that's how we'll handle it. When they're mentioned, we'll read about him. So Veles is the god of the Underworld, aligned with neutral Thor, the deity of the Underworld and the deceased. In other eras, he was also referred to as Pluto, Loki, or Hades. He is considered a very clever god, known for scheming and deceiving people. Some new religions have disregarded his significance and falsely portrayed him as a god of cattle. Fair enough. Now all we know of is the House of Faith, but we come from the House of Coin. That's our background, so how do we not know the House of Coin? Let's go ahead and read it. Led by King Nez, the House of Faith follows one god with unwavering devotion. Their zealous beliefs inspire many, but can lead to questionable actions. They built fortresses in the north, but their claim is contested by the rising House of Coin from the south. Which, again, I feel like we should know about, but that's fine. Alright, so that's a fast travel point. Hey, there's a donkey. McGarry knows the path to tread. A donkey wise with steps well read. Find the coin, let fate unfold. Seek the island secrets told. Rebuild the pantheon stone by stone. For lights arise in darkness flown. Yet what seems light is veiled in night. What seems dark reveals the light. We were told to follow donkey. Not this guy. Follow the road. I want to follow the donkey because the quest told me to. A long road ahead of you. And a high five. I'm gonna stop pick some flowers, donkey. Assuming this is also increasing whatever attribute, alchemy maybe. Which is the page I was looking for. I don't know the hotkey for it yet. Oh, more flowers. Hold on, buddy. A little sidetracked. I want to see what's this over here. Philosopher's Note. One has to pay dearly for immortality. One has to die several times while one is still alive. Yeah, I'm curious how that works. So that's probably how Iron Man mode works. We noticed we were like a little spirit orb, and we entered a body. When we die, maybe we just enter another body? Oh, come here, you. Saw a rabbit or something. Got away. Aha! Come here, you. Don't run away! That's a small shrine to slightly push the world toward order or chaos. Shrine level 18. Yeah, we're level 0. I don't know if that's a good idea. He's gonna keep running away. I can't keep up with that deer. Alright, so we can zoom in and out. About quite a ways. I'm guessing these are like red poppy flowers. Find the one-legged man by the docks of the slave. His words hold the secrets the silent winds crave. Seek the one-handed man by the shore's dark line. With chaos you walk, and shadows align. For shadows can't live without the light. The dark is just the other side of bright. Right, come here, fox. I'll be taking that. A fox necklace allows you to transform into a fox. Necklaces crafted before humans walked the earth. Why would I transform into a fox? Is that a stealth mechanic or a... Hey, a wooden sword. Army bow. Okay, it's a way to test our DPS. That's neat. Oh, morale. Alright, so grants you immunity to CC or crowd control. Provides mana regeneration. Energy, utilize energy for sprinting. Hunger, utilize for fast travel and health regeneration. And directions to the next quest location. Animal form. How do I transfer back? So Path of Chaos. When you feel strong enough, find a man with one leg and one arm at the slave docks. Interesting. Alright. It kind of looks like there's a day-night cycle. It looks like it's getting darker. So, I don't want to forget, can I put notes on the, map? That'd be great. Shrine over here. I don't want to forget about it. Right here. Here we go. I'll just put an axe there for the shrine? Or maybe, well, can I put a tree down instead? There we go. We'll come back here later. Give me your jewelry, buddy. Oh, no more fox necklaces. So maybe you just get a necklace the first time you kill each animal. Alright, what are you? Oh, we're fighting. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I mean, there was nothing I could do there. Man, I don't have any abilities or anything. Jade was slain by a Rusalka at the age of 30. Controlled by the spirit for 0 days, hunted 2 animals. But often seen gathering plants and gathered 20 of them. Jade will get the funeral by old traditions, will be remembered by free folk. His brother remained a slave. Whoopsies. Alright, now what? Oh, first death. Bad news is that you lost your character. On the bright side, you're a spirit switching between Earth and the Underworld. What happens next? Figure it out. I like that. Hey, good luck, buddy. I'm just gonna follow this path. That guy's crawling this way, so it's probably the right way. Hello there. Dead already? Pathetic. I mean, I won't disagree. Where am I? Thou art in the Underworld, a place where thou hast been before. Who are you? I am Velis, god of this realm. Hast thou even forgotten this? Art you a god of livestock? As one god follower shall pay for their ignorant lies about me. I want to return to life. Thou must depart and find a new mortal host to possess. Why are you doing this? I'm not pleased with the fate that hath been written for thee, but thou hast the power to change it, for better or worse. I want to be the same person as before. That body is no longer bound to the world. Thou must now possess another to continue thy existence. Thou art fortunate to even have this opportunity. Return me back then. I shall guide thee to mortals desperate enough to accept thy possession. Let me see. Okay, so I wonder if we exit out of the new game and came back in. Yeah, it'd probably be different people each time. Alright, that's a really cool mechanic. I like that. So we're seeing these people's... Oh man, none of them have the build I'm looking for. We're trying to resolve these people's prayers and stories. That's really cool. We have Boris the Cultist. I'm not going to look at these each time. I'll get an idea of it, but I'm not going to read them. I'll read their stories though. And then since none of these I really care for their stats, I'll just pick the one whose story I like the most. So Boris the Cultist. He's born and grew up on the House of Coin Lands. Traveling with traders and seeing the evil that men do, he started to hate mankind. At the age of 22, he had an experience with Velis, the god of the Underworld, an experience that changed him forever. He left civilization, and now he practices dark rituals, looking for signs to obey what the gods command. So Night Owl can see better at night. Fanatic has a 50% critical chance with melee weapons when fighting without a shield, helmet, and chest armor. His melee skills are kind of pathetic. Vampire Blood. Gain 30% attack damage and attack speed during the night. Lose 10% during the day. That's pretty good. Alright, I don't know how to say that. Uzbisa, the Herbalist. Uzbisa was known as a village healer who learned the art of nature and healing from his grandfather. From a young age, he showed an interest in making potions and lotions to heal wounds and injuries. The locals soon spread word of his abilities, and many came to see him seeking help with various health issues. However, his reputation reached the ears of those in power, and they saw the potential in his skills to turn the tide of war. He is approached by soldiers from both sides, mainly help those who he believed were on the side of good. The rulers, fearing the power he held, made a plan to capture him. They sent a fake injured soldier to approach him, hoping to capture him and bring him to justice. But Ojbisa was suspicious and managed to adjust the medication dosage, just enough to make the soldier faint. Realizing he was in danger, Ojbisa fled... I don't think I'm saying that right. Fled to the mountains, where he lived in isolation, becoming one with nature. He honed his skills and discovered the power of magic, which he used to help those who sought his help. The villagers whispered of his powers, and some even claimed that he could control the elements and cast spells, but no one dared to seek him out, for fear of what he might do. So Herbalist. When harvesting plants, you have a 33% chance of harvesting 2 plants instead of 1. Sixth Sense. You see up to 50 meters farther in Spirit Scout form, and gain +2 range with ranged weapons. And Prominent. Has 20 lower camouflage, and villagers will remember your crimes longer. And Stephen the Druid. A long time ago, he left civilization and started living in the woods. He learned how to live with nature, collecting the plants and crafting potions out of them. He's now sitting by the fire, drinking the potion which boosts his spirit and thinking, maybe it is time for something new for me. I like that one. Alchemist. Alchemy skill grows 25% faster. Picking up a plant heals 10 stamina. Potions Addict. Potions are 10% less potent, but the cooldown on potions is 50% shorter. And slow, we saw that on Jan. So he has the most lore by far. But I like this guy's simplicity. So let's go with Stephen the Druid. With the new character, do you want to change the class? Change? You level 1 to select the mastery. Oh. Alright. We'll just scrap that then. So we still need to find the village of Boar, which is now a little further away. Oh, that's okay. I guess this is our druid's hut. So first death. Death is a natural part of the game, and it gives you the opportunity to continue your journey with a new character and new talents. You can retrieve any lost items to the location where you died. Check out side quests to find the exact location. When starting a new character, consider picking a new mastery or keeping the same one. That's a really neat mechanic. Alright, so I'm not as concerned about the Iron Man mode anymore, obviously. Dear Diary, I'd always heard of trolls living under bridges and demanding a toll to let people pass, but I never actually thought I would encounter one. But today, on my way to the neighboring village, I found myself face to face with a large, hairy troll blocking my path and demanding payment. I was taken aback. I didn't know what to do at first, but then I remembered the stories of people paying trolls with food. I happened to have a few eggs in my bag, so I offered them to the troll. At first, the troll seemed unimpressed. As I explained that I had nothing else to offer, he eventually accepted my humble gift and let me pass. Well, that's red. It's a hint. Do I have, So a spellbook of fire. Spellbook linked to the ancient deity Dajbog, the god of sun and fire. Oh, ancient forge. Antique weapons and spellbooks from ancient wars. A featherlight red tunic. Tunic made from the finest materials that you can find out there. Hunter's boots we've seen. Green fireflies. Can be caught only during the night. Night. Be mindful of the time of day. If it's getting dark, open your inventory by pressing the I key on your keyboard and equip a torch to see better in the dark. Keep in mind that it can be dangerous to walk around at night as monsters are stronger. Find a bed to sleep through the night. I guess 7 hours? Curious, how much damage can we do to this guy? World news. Treadis cart has gone missing in the swamps on the road north of the Bara village. It could be bandits or something even more sinister. Adventurers brave enough may be able to find the lost goods there. That might be tied to the expansion. Alright, I'm not gonna probably cut. Oh, it's a cliff. I think we got him. Ah. Good dodging, you little jerk. I heard something over here growling at me. This guy? Hey, I leveled up. You'll finish clearing out this little plateau. We'll probably wrap up the episode here. A lot to learn and a lot to take in, but so far I'm really enjoying this. Also, the death mechanic. It's a huge weight off my shoulders of the whole Iron Man thing. I think that's it here. What road we could take this way, which is probably the way I should go, since that is where Boar Village is. So let's go and loot these two things, and then we'll proceed that way. And we leveled up. I don't know if I can allocate. My mastery page. Allocate mastery points to unlock new skills. You can choose skills from up to 2 classes. Once selected and the page is closed, and become locked. Reset all skills with Marana's potion. Oh, okay. I kind of wish the classes offered some sort of synopsis. I mean, just looking at them, I can probably guess. I have no idea what Fortune is. Like, Guardian is probably the tank. Blade Master is probably like a two-handed weapon wielder, like a big sword or something. Berserker is probably dual-wielding. Fortune, I have no idea. Bounty Hunt, Lucky Slash, Overkill. Is that goat attacking me? What's going on there? I'm trying to read my stuff. So the game doesn't pause when you're in your menu. That's good to know. Oh, we can fast travel to that one location as well. Oh, God's Favor is 1. Shrines devoted 0 to 27. Small shrines 0 to 65. Okay. Provides us more bonuses, I'm sure. Yeah, so most of these are probably pretty straightforward. So Trapper is probably just like a hunter that uses traps. Hunter. Oh, summons dogs. Okay. Marksman is just a ranger. A rogue is probably like a melee, possibly dual wielding stealth class. Frost Shaper, Ice Magic, Flame Keeper, Fire Magic, Necromancer, raises the undead. That might be fun. Rune Binder looks like kind of a bard mix based off the icons. Beastbane, I guess. So some of these have order and chaos associated with them. I'm not sure what all that entails. And Doombringer. I'm gonna have to look at these off camera. But we'll see. Either way, I'm gonna call it here. There's a lot to take in. We'll figure out more of it next time. So either way for now, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.